something useful. Look, the nav point's got to be around here somewhere. We're in the saddle, right? The grid point says it's on the south side of Thernmost Hill. Leave it to the army to put a nav point way out here in the Tules. What are you doing, Jacobs? I'm going to walk back to the other side of that hill. If it's a gradual slope on the other side, then I'll know we're at least in the right saddle. Genius. At least one of us paid attention in class. Waste that a kid all the way out here? Hello. Music the soldier in this next story. Also first submitted to Tales from the Grid Square, found himself in a situation that most lieutenants can relate to. Lost in the middle of nowhere, in id of night during a land navigation exercise, and as a dense fog settled. Over training area, a most unsettling thing happened, he writes. I think I had an encounter with the old Meaford Mary. Let me set the scene. Full night land navigation practice. Multiple points throughout the area. And of course, the very last nav point was all the way out in the boonies. I cleared the entire way through the night without much issue and reached the approximate location of the last grid point around 020. 2:30, but it was around that time when it got insanely foggy. NVGs, headlamps with white or red light, it didn't matter. We couldn't see anything. By this time, there was a group of 4 of us, and the boys and I didn't know what the hell to do. After taking about 20 minutes to confirm the location, we heard something in the distance. A female voice saying, "Help me, help me." And not knowing where it came from, we radioed in and were told that we wereth only ones in that area. I know it doesn't sound as wild compared to some other stories, but damn. The uneasy feeling you get when you can't see 5 feet in front of you. And you hear that out in the distance, serially makes your hair stand on end. Music, I don't know which is more terrifying. Hearing the disembodied voice of a ghost out in the woods at night, or the thought that there was actually a little girl out there who needed help, and she was never found. For the soldiers listening, I'm not sure why these guys couldn't have still located their nav point in the fog. Maybe they were all lieutenants. I had this happen to me, which is frustrating, but there's a land technique for this exact scenario. Using the larger terrain features, which is, I'm sure, what they did. You get as close as you can to the right area where the point, which is usually like an engineering stake stuck into the ground. You get as close to the point as you can using your map and your compass. And if the point is defined, like you just don't see it,